Hello, I wanted to share with you some of the tips I share with my clients in these three little mini videos on this brochure, and to really give you an idea of how I work and how I help and support my clients to feel more empowered, to help them grow their confidence, to help them access their inner calm, if you like, and how to get more clarity through this whole sea or even ocean of emotions that come up through divorce. So, one of my big foundational processes is really working on kindness, and it is about self kindness, and it is growing and remembering your divorce oxygen mask as for every part and every day of your divorce process, and putting this practice in place so you have it going forward as well. And one of the things you can do it is just through kindness, and it really is about remembering that self-care. It is about putting a plan in place so you have that self-care all the time, and not when you hit the wall and then you go, oh my goodness me, I've just got to go to bed, or I've got a really big headache or a migraine, or you feel so stressed and you feel so wrung out, and you feel so you feel like your days are relentless, and you've got children, you've got to manage all this stuff and this whole new life. And self-care is huge. So one of my big tips for self-care is to get a piece of paper and have it ready. You can screenshot it on your phone if you want to, and have 4 things that you can do when you are feeling an overwhelm. And it may be to take several deep breaths, and this is a big part of my work with clients as well, is to really get this sort of parachute, if you like, there in place for you, ready for when you need it. So taking deep breaths, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 6. Deep breaths down into your belly. So that could be your first one. Your second one could just be sitting very quietly somewhere and just having a cup of tea. So just sitting, just smelling it, just being really present and having a cup of tea, and not doing what I used to do, which is leave it until it gets cold. The third tip is to actually turn your phone off, yeah? Turn your phone off when you've done your messages, but turn your phone off an hour before you go to sleep, so your head's not kind of in this sort of buzzy state, and obviously you have that temptation and end up down in a rabbit hole as well when you get on social media, which brings me on to my 4th tip. Self-kindness is about actually not looking at what your ex is up to. So if you've been on any social media, just unfriend them or unfollow them, and do not be tempted to look at what they're doing through friends' feeds as well. So those would be my 4 tips for self-care. Not do social media, have a cup of tea, a mindful cup of tea, learn to take some lovely deep breaths with your 4 and 6 breathing, and finally to try and put your phone down and get to bed early if you can, without being on your phone, so you can really settle that mind. I hope these help.